racism was everywhere for me growing up in Alice Springs. I saw it when I tried on dresses in the dressing room, and when I walked out, the shopkeeper decided to spray air freshener into that dressing room. She then told me that I had to buy the dress because I'd tried it on. So I learned about discrimination from a very early age. I feel that I don't want those stories to be there for my children, because I've witnessed what happens and the despair and disadvantage from my parents and my grandparents, and I certainly don't want that for my children. My grandmother once said to me, "You can be ordinary or extraordinary," and I chose to be extraordinary. And that's why I became South Australia's first Aboriginal policewoman. I saw my career taken away from me as a police officer because other people chose to treat me differently. And I've seen so many policies written by non-Aboriginal people when they have never ever met an Aboriginal person, and yet the impact has had dire consequences. I came back to the Northern Territory because I needed to be around my family. I needed to be around people who supported me. I'd hit rock bottom. The racism that I experienced as a child was still there, and I was ashamed that we had moved on from when I was a 10-year-old girl trying on those clothes in that change room. On the back of the wisdom of my grandmother, I realised that I could influence change and that I could change people's attitudes towards Aboriginal people, that the power of change could sit with me and that I could stand up for those less fortunate than myself. My parents, they gave me the courage to stand up when there were injustices at play, and they taught me that I had the strength to be able to withstand those people that wanted to pull me down and call out those injustices and fight for others, and this is really for them.
Here you are.
Standing isolated and alone, I soon realised that I wasn't alone as I thought I was. There were other good people out there, and I made sure that I surrounded myself with other good people who wanted to be on this journey with me. Well, that led me to go overseas, and I started working for the United Nations in the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights. That engaged in me a sense of entitlement that I needed to share with others. How much do we value Aboriginal people when we don't address those levels of disadvantage and poverty and the impact of racism? I want us to have a system that's fair, just and equitable at the end of the day. I want no one to be denied justice, whether because of their disability, their gender, their age, the colour of their skin. We should all be able to access a justice system that's fair.